So speaking of firsts, I hear you like to sometimes take your fans' virginities?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, so I've only had the opportunity so far with one fan. But that's because I'm very meticulous and careful about the selection process. But let me rewind for a little bit.
Okay.
So the fan that I filmed with to, take his virginity is someone who's so special to me. I've been around my online presence since I started on Chatterbait. About a month into camming was when he came into my chat room. So I've known him for a long time at this point. We've known each other about 3 years, about when we filmed together. And I'd met him at a number of expos, and I was just like, oh, he's such a sweet guy. Like, he's so nice. Just seeing that he's real and as he represents himself to be. And he was a virgin. He just was very inexperienced.
How old was he, can I ask?
He was 35.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I forget. I'm like,
I mean, just, yeah,
but
average
he was
age.
mid-30s.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was his first everything. I had told him right around the time that my relationship ended and I started doing porn and I, rebranded myself into my like slut era, which is it's funny. I'm gonna have to change that because that's just my slut life now.
Mm-hmm.
But I told him and I was like, if you come out here, I'll take your V card. We got to film it. But like, that was kind of the conditions of like, you come out here and get tested and we'll do the thing. So he did.
I bet he fucking did.
Yeah,
I bet he bought that plane ticket so fast.
Yeah. So it took us, some planning and coordination for a few months. And when he came, we spent a few times just like hanging out, just going on a couple dates. It was actually really funny because we were coming back from like a movie or dinner and we were sitting at a stoplight and there was like a car full of teenagers. This is like a Friday night or something. So they're just like being rowdy and rambunctious and they have the windows down and they're like leering out the car window trying to like talk to us. And I'm ignoring them. But then I look over and I see one of them mushy mouth. She's like, is that your man? And I'm like, yeah, that's my man. And the whole car, they're like going crazy and they're oohing and awing and they're like, that's not your man. That's not your man. And he's blushing so hard. And I'm like rolling down the window to like, go back and forth with them. And they're like, y'all should kiss. And so I just immediately grabbed him and like put one on him. But I didn't know that was his first kiss. It was his first kiss ever.
Oh my god!
And it was, not on camera, but that was, really spontaneous and cute in the moment. But I was also like, why y'all hating? Like, yeah, that's my man. Like, hell yeah.
So tell me about the actual scene. Like, how did it go? How did he do? He must have been super nervous, right?
He was really, really nervous. I think that at the beginning, he was like, oh, I'm not nervous. And then when we actually were getting down to things, he was like, oh shit, I kind of forgot to be nervous. Yeah, he does not reach orgasm.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
At the end of the video.
That's, coming on cue is very hard.
There's, a lot of technical difficulties, to be transparent. But I think that it's still a really valid experience because we're able to kind of like just redirect and engage in a lot of foreplay in a way that is still sex for so many people isn't just like a penis in a vagina. So in terms of like a heteronormative virginity experience, it really wasn't that. But like that man had sex. The penetration could be argued. But like, I still think that it's very valid for you don't need penetration to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, look, if he had never kissed a girl before, then like all of that is so like the next level that he's never been to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot. And I think
that's like second and third base,
Yeah. And what I didn't expect for the video is I didn't expect it to be as successful as it was. Because I thought they were like, there's going to be no come. They're going to be like, oh, he didn't come. Like, whatever. Like, we don't really care. But I think through the fact that there are those like technical difficulties that we're sorting throughout the video, people who are still virgins, they find a lot of like hope and faith in that in a way, because they're like, I think their number one fear in a sense for some of them is A, that they'll never lose their virginity, or B, that if they do, that it might be, they'll be too nervous. They'll just have too much going on for it to work. And I think they're able to see in real time that like, yeah, it's not always this fairy tale of like, the dick is up and then the pussy goes on it and then like then the magic happens.
When everybody, but both people come at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite, like in the movies.
Oh, right.
Everyone orgasms at the same time.
Oh, always. Yeah, no. So they're able to see that like it's not always a fairy tale story for your first time, but that it's still okay. You know?
Yeah.
You'll live and that like you'll live to fuck another day.
Yeah.